How's it going, everybody? January 26th, we're going to do a quick Merch by Amazon sales update. In reality, since my last video, nothing has really changed. Sales are, in my opinion, still, I was going to say pretty bad, but they're terrible. I don't think that's a secret. I think a lot of people have been going through that, but it's not like that for everybody, of course. The change for me started, and you guys that have been following me regularly back in November. I think it was actually just before November, and there has been no real bounce back since then. Now, the only good thing, and I'll talk about that in a second, is that the auto uploads have actually continued pretty aggressively. And in addition to that, I've been sticking to, maxing out my daily uploads. I've actually been a little more relaxed than I have been, let's say, months ago, just because I have changed the strategy a little bit, and Amazon has increased the max daily upload. So I'll show those numbers as well. So I really didn't want to just upload any kind of crap to hit the 2,200 daily uploads. And like I said, the strategy has changed. So I'm uploading a lot of new original designs just to see if, I really have to explore all the options with what happened to my sales. But let's look at these numbers and we'll talk about that in a sec. So this is the month. This is the US total sales. And I honestly don't think I've seen these kinds of numbers in, and I'll pull that graph up in a bit, but it has to be 2 years. This is pretty bad. And what's interesting to me is that it's like this ever since the new format, right? Designs versus products and all that stuff. 88 sales in the US. Total sales $1,557.08. Royalties $241.70. Total amount in royalties $2.74. So there's been a drop for my account in every sense of the word drop. Honestly, sales have dropped, royalties have dropped, royalties per sales have dropped, and again, it's because of the increase in pop socket sales. Some of my newer products are selling when it comes to standard t-shirts, so my royalties are not, for example, $5 anymore per sale, or $4.50. I think I was going with that. For some of them, it's $2.50. So overall drop, and then an increase in returns. So it's kind of like if I was going to do a fair assessment, I would say it's simply just getting worse and worse. But again, it's January. This is a long-term game, right? It's not like I want to kind of make myself feel better. It's just the reality. It's fine. This kind of stuff happens. We have to understand that this will happen. It's going to happen again, right? Okay. Overall, 136 sales. So this is where the money slowly starts adding up. So even though, for example, this is terrible, and maybe, for somebody in tier 10, it can sound like I'm being, I don't even know what the word is, dramatic here by saying, oh, this is terrible. And when I use those words, it's not to kind of not show my appreciation for what I have, right? Because this is still a lot of money for a lot of people. But when I say terrible, I'm talking about comparative to, my best months when I was doing 300-400 sales, right? When I was making $2,000+ in profits a month. This is, in that sense, it's pretty terrible. But when by the end of the month, so right now I'm recording this first thing in the morning on the 26th. So let's say we have another 5-6 days, and this will add up to, let's say, over $500 in royalties, not my US royalties, but overall. And then in the end, that's a nice little payout. Now we're talking about $500 payout for possibly one of the worst months in the last 2 years. So if the worst for me is getting a $500 payout, I'm okay with that, right? I mean, it still sucks. Like but again, that's what we're working with. This is what I wanted to mention. So uploaded today, of course, 0, but I'm talking about the max. So they've actually increased from this for at least tier 20,000 from 1,800 to 2,000 to now 2,200. So basically what's happening is you can upload, a huge number of products if you want to. The thing that I've been talking about for a while, and I'm just kind of like thinking things through right now, I'm thinking out loud for you guys, is ever since I got tiered up to 20,000, I was actually doing really, really well with my number of live designs and increasing that number. But ever since they made a switch from designs to live products, I've been listing all my designs to pretty much all the products. And I mentioned this before. That's in a long-term, I guess, strategic sense, that's good, because I have 250,000 live products right now. But in a realistic sense, where I'm kind of just looking at my sales and the product types that are selling, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would I list, tens of thousands, possibly even 100,000 products plus to products that will not sell, and that there's a chance that they might never sell. Right now, in this case, at this stage of my live designs and what I can do, it makes sense to do that because I have so much room. And for example, because I don't have 2,000 new designs ready to go today. So for me, it just works. Like, the ratio works. Like, if I can upload 30 new designs, 50 new designs a day, like, in my mind, I justify that and I say that's okay. But if I had 1,000 new designs that I could just upload to, standard and premium t-shirts, those are the products that sell. So that would be like a much, much wiser strategic move. But I'm not doing that. Like, I wish I was at, 15,000 live designs, 20,000 live designs, even if it's just standard t-shirts. Because let's look at this. Let's just look at last month and look at for example the products that are selling. Actually, last month might not be a good example because it was December and pretty much everything sells. But for example, look at this. Going from pop sockets to standard t-shirts to everything else, like, everything else added up is actually less than my second best-selling product. So, like, why would I do this if it's actually contributing to what, 10-12% of my total sales monthly? Overall, I would say annually this is actually even probably lower. So why not just list to pop sockets, standard t-shirts, and maybe like premium shirts or something like that? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one of those, it's a struggle to go from what's practical on a daily basis, which is kind of like, I'm not going to upload 1,000 designs every day. I can't keep up with that. And then the second question is, okay, am I thinking of this as a long-term game? So why wouldn't I, upload throw pillows, tote bags, and all that other stuff that right now, sells once a month? So those are the kinds of things. I guess this is the question for every person in this kind of like a growth stage of a business. So anyways, that's where I am today. I'm not worried right now. It just, okay, I'm going to get $500, which is not 1,000 or 2,000. So, does that really matter? To me, where I am in the point of my life, it doesn't. But from the business sense, like for merch, for my merch account, is it growing the way I imagined it? Absolutely not. So that's kind of where I am. I know a lot of you guys are kind of feeling the same thing, feeling the same struggles. Let me know how you're doing. let me know what's going on, and we'll go from there. Okay, talk to you later.